Haas is the perfect team for Christian Horner to come back to Formula One. So, if reports are to be believed, then Christian Horner is seemingly in conversation with Haas for a potential comeback to Formula One. In my view, that is probably the perfect place for him to make a return to Formula One. Let me explain. So, before we go ahead, I think it's safe to first look at the options that are there on the table for Horner. There is Alpine, there is Haas, and I think that's it. If Horner is looking to make a comeback, there is going to be a certain wish list that he'll want to fulfill before he makes the plunge to return to Formula One. So, first of all, what he'd want to be a part owner of a team and to a certain extent follow the Toto Wolff Mercedes model. So, what is the Toto Wolff Mercedes model? Well, Mercedes team, the F1 team, is currently it is owned by three entities. 33.3% is owned by Toto Wolff, 33.3% is owned by the Mercedes brand, and the 33.3% is owned by Jim Ratcliffe of Ineos. So in that way, Toto Wolff is both a team owner and a team boss. Horner would want to have some stake in whichever team he becomes a part of. That way, he can basically mold the team in the way he wants and would not have a repeat of what happened at Red Bull, where he was basically pushed out and treated as an employee. Next up, what he'll want is a group of patient partners that are willing to invest. Because let's get one thing straight, be it Haas or Alpine, the process of building these teams to take it to a point where they can compete with the likes of Mercedes, Ferrari, McLaren, Red Bull, it's going to take some time. It's going to take years, and it's going to take a lot of investment that is going to come from investors who would have to be patient because the return of investment is not going to be instantaneous. It's going to take some time. And finally, Horner would want a potential power unit program in the future. The reason for that is what he's probably learned at Red Bull is if you're going to be a part of a team and you're dependent or at the mercy of a power unit supplier or something that is not in your control, it becomes a major hindrance. The reason why Red Bull could not win from 2014 till 2020 was because the power unit was subpar. And for Horner, he knows that for a long-term sustained success, he needs to have his own power unit program. Now let's talk about why Haas is a more viable option than Alpine. So one of the major reasons is because Haas is cheaper. Haas is valued at $1 billion. Alpine, on the other hand, is valued at $1.5 billion. So for Horner, if he's willing to invest X amount of money to buy a stake in any of the teams, he's going to be able to buy a larger stake at Haas compared to Alpine. Secondly, when we talk about Renault and its stint in Formula One, it is not confidence inspiring. And Horner himself has dealt with Renault as a power unit supplier. And from the outside, I don't think he'd be willing to jump into a relationship with that particular brand after seeing how things work. The final thing is the Toyota Haas link. So Haas is currently in partnership with Toyota. Now, if a proposal is put forward with Christian Horner at the top, the Toyota branding, and potentially a power unit program in the future, this might turn out to be one of the better ways to enter Formula One and possibly have a better chance of achieving success in the sport. So yeah, that was my take. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comment section. Thanks for watching.